All right, welcome back. Now, this is probably one of my favorite conversations, even though the last conversation was exciting for me. I really love poetry and writing and all of that. The next one is even more exciting for me because we're going to be talking about swimming. Yes, swimming. Now, we've been joined in the studio by our head of sports, the Citi Sports team, Benjamin Inketia. He's joined us right here. Ben, good morning.
Good to see you,
How
folks.
You doing?
I'm good. It's always good to be here. Yeah. I don't get the chance to come here a lot, you know.
Often enough.
Yeah, back then it used to be like every morning.
Yeah,
but these days, I pay you guys a visit every now and then, but it's good to be here.
Well, it's good to have you. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
Right, so there's some kind of good news for the swimming fraternity and Ghana at large. What's happening?
Well, like you're saying, it is good news, first of all. But I want people to understand that we did something like this last off season. So, you know, typically we are embroiled in like Premier League football throughout the season. And that's a pretty lengthy chunk, 9 to 10 months.
Yeah.
And when it goes on a break, we still need content to engage our viewers and our listeners. Yes. And so we're always really thinking around the clock about things to do to fill these slots. And we're doing a little pivot. So the last time it was a marathon. Yes. It was a cross-country marathon, if you remember, somewhere around the Brekusu route.
Yes.
It was really well patronized. This time we're doing a quick turnaround. We're doing swimming instead. And if you look around, you notice that swimming is getting a lot more attention these days. Yes. There's a lot of reason to want to learn how to swim. And so for us, we feel like it's time to put the spotlight on swimming. And so, yes, before I even spill all the details, just a little something for the people.
Yeah, now, also, I think that swimming for the longest time was relegated to the coastal folk and coastal dwellers, right? And so if you looked across Ghana for so many years, it was either you grew up along the coast and like literally along the coast proper, right? Yeah. Or you were some bougie somebody that
whose parents forced you to go to swimming lessons,
you know. But with the success of people like Abeku Jackson, you know, it's sort of thrown this into the limelight a bit to say that, look, we can actually get into this.
No, we can. And again, right, I'd like to see Chris's perspective of what's Nigeria's culture on swimming is, really, because I'd like to know, because I think that in Ghana, like you said, you hit the nail right on the head, because we don't take swimming seriously. No. I mean, except you find yourself by the coast where it's more like a survival tactic. Yeah. It's not even something you do because you feel like before you know how to swim. Yeah. Right. Just because you live at Elmina, you live at Jamestown, you live at Labadi or any of those places, you learn how to swim. I mean, by default of it being in your ecosystem. And then, like you mentioned, there are those whose parents make the conscious effort to take them to places to go swim. And I'd say this because I think places like the Tesano Sports Club have always been in the mix as far as swimming lessons, actually from way back, is concerned. They've always been that place where people would go, you know, to actually get their swim lessons on. And I've been speaking to some of the members of the technical directorate of the Ghana Swimming Association. They tell me that it's never too late to swim or to learn how to swim. Most people feel like, oh, I'm 30, I'm 40, I'm 45, I cannot swim, or I'm old. Why would I bother swimming? But I just think that, look, and they tell me that you need just 10 days, basically, to learn the basics of swimming. So I feel like it's one of those things that people should actively get into. It's one of those things. Look, you never know when you need it. Yeah. Whether for yourself, whether to save someone. It's one of those things. Just try and fix yourself somewhere, get some lessons.
And beyond that, I think it's in terms of exercises. It's one of the most. It's like a single stop shop if you're looking for an exercise that hits all parts of your body. Cardio, muscular strength, everything
back,
all
quads,
together. Everything.
And it actually helps your lungs too. It actually helps your lungs, and people with back pain like me, like when I swim, it just goes away.
Like swim workouts for
because
stuff like that.
Well, I actually swim like 2 times a week.
Okay.
Every week, 2 times a week, and I work out 3 times a week. So about the swimming culture in Nigeria, it's the same thing like Ghana. I think most Anglophones, Anglophone countries, we don't really take those things seriously.
We are very different from the Francophones.
Yeah,
you know?
and I was born in the Francophone country here in West Africa, so like swimming was easy for me. You understand?
Yeah,
I grew up swimming.
I don't know what that's about though. You know, how did that happen? Because the Francophones seem to be quite different from us.
Yeah, and you know, like even with the whole sports culture. Like in Togo, like I was born in Togo. In Togo, it's different. Yeah. When I came here, I'm like, you guys don't work out, really? You don't run on Saturdays? You don't see people on the road running?
No, and I feel what she's saying, because look, if you go to, I'll give you an example with Cameroon, for instance. I saw their sports culture at close hand, and I began to understand why they've been so dominant in the current term. First of all, there's the mentality about it. Like, okay, we are a sports people. Yeah. We are keep fitting in the morning. We are mountain climbing. We are hiking somewhere. We're doing that kind of thing. Even when you look at their bigger stadia, right? They build a mini stadium by the main stadium where it has like, okay, we don't always have an AFCON to play. When there's no AFCON, we cannot use this to full capacity. So we use the smaller one, which has a swimming pool, has a running track. So there's always a mix of activities. And I saw at least, in Yaoundé, for instance, there were at least 3 of such centers that were not even basically national stadia, but had all the facilities for you to work with. So I think it's definitely something. I mean, I'll have to probably check with the French, because the French had a lot of influence in how these people think. But I definitely feel like there's definitely a culture. But I'll give you another example. Take basketball, for instance. Ghana has a lot of talented basketball players. Look, when I was in junior high school and senior high school, I looked at people play basketball at Infant Swim, and I'm like, yo, if this guy had started getting good education on basketball and structure from like age 13, he could possibly have made the NBA. But nobody to nurture that type of talent. When you go to Cote d'Ivoire, when you go to Togo, you go to Burkina Faso, they all have structured basketball teams.
We have leagues
that compete at FIBA. They have leagues. They are doing.
Wow. I actually played at FIBA.
Exactly.
I played at FIBA. See? I played FIBA. I traveled a lot of African countries just playing basketball. Wow. So when I moved to Ghana,
and there was nothing like that.
That's how my basketball dream died. But I had to go to school.
It's a bit like me. I fell in love with squash at age 16.
Yeah.
And I was playing, you know, I was loving it. Yeah. And finishing high school, I was looking forward to continuing playing squash, you know, in uni. Yeah. But where the squash court?
Exactly. And see, that's why I love people like Ralph Kwe, Delphina Kwe, Chris Asilfi. Shout outs to those guys at the Ghana Swimming Association, because now there's a swimming league.
Okay.
Imagine. So they are making a conscious effort to bring competition to, I mean, these kids and individuals who are interested basically every single month. And that's hard to do. And I was shocked when I found out. I'm asking these people, where do you find people to be interested in your swim competition? They say we have more than 15 swimming clubs in Ghana. And this is excluding Accra. There's Kumasi, there's Sunyani, there's Takrady. So there's like swimming clubs all over the place. And I'm asking, who is participating? Yeah. And they tell me that the bulk of the swimmers they have are between ages 10 and 14. And I'm like, that's almost like a attempt to change the paradigm, to culture shift. And I think that's very important for us. So for us here at Citi, I mean, we are feeding into what we think has big potential. Yeah. And we are looking to do something really nice in July. And it's a 2-day event. So for those of you who are watching us right now, like I'm saying, it's coming. It's called the National Championship. So the Citi
TV.
Citi TV, the National Swimming Championship. There you can see it on your screens there. It will be happening at the Bukom Boxing Emporium. And so when you talk about the Emporium itself, they have everything you need to swim. I mean, the start blocks, the automatic timing system, and everything. Swimming can be a little tedious when you need to record all those numbers and whatnot. So, I mean, the Emporium make it easy. They have an Olympic-sized pool. So this is a big deal. We're expecting, close to 300 swimmers, both male and female. And so a combined number of 300 for both male and female. All events will be happening. You are a swimming enthusiast. I'm just learning that Chris swims as well. So, look, this is like the thing. I mean, like I'm telling you, if you don't know, I'm telling you today, start scheduling some swim lessons after work. Start getting, like Kweku said, it's your one-stop shop for a full body workout. You are working your back quads, you're working your triceps, your arms, your torso, everywhere it's getting some work. So we are happy. I mean, Kweku, I'm sure you have a few details on this swim event. We've been talking to a few of the clubs from yesterday, so I'm sure our viewers saw somebody, camera underwater and all of that. So I'm skirmish. It's interesting.
No. So, I mean, for me, it's very exciting because I feel like people from all across Ghana will get the opportunity to compete at a very top level. There's going to be backstroke racing. There's going to be front freestyle, which is also known as front crawl. There's going to be breaststroke, and there's going to be butterfly. Now, these events will happen at different lengths. So we're talking about 50-meter races, 100 meters, 200, and then for the older swimmers, we're going to throw in the 400 meters as well. Now, for a 50-meter pool, 400 meters is 8 times.
Yes.
That's and I was asking when we're doing the consulting process. I'm like, are you sure people can do that?
Yeah.
He said, easy money. Easy money.
People actually do that.
That's crazy endurance.
I went with
talking about endurance. That's why you need to learn how to swim because it actually helps your endurance. It builds
people like
builds it.
What's his name? Phelps.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
People like Phelps, their lung capacity is superhuman.
Crazy.
And so when you see him stand by the poolside, it's a huge chest.
Very
but that thing
doesn't come overnight.
It's not overnight, and it's not all just genetics.
In fact,
it's just the training also builds.
Even when you find Abeku Jackson, right, his build is very interesting, very Johnny Bravo type also. It's really
and there's very little of that is actually gym and weight training. It's the pool. It does that to you.
The amount of effort you need to swim. It's no joke. I feel like sometimes I understand why people be like, okay, I know swimming is cool and it's good for me, but it's not my thing. But listen, it's effort.
And I also think because in Africa, or our side of Africa, we have the fear of water.
It's huge.
But why?
No,
it's huge. It's huge.
I think there's so many misconceptions.
What age did you learn how to swim?
For me?
Yeah.
6. Everybody in my house, 6. As soon as you're 6. No, I was 6. My sister was 4.
Yeah.
So 6, 4, and my son also 3, like that. So we stopped putting them in water.
Benjamin, let me tell you a story. So we left Ghana when I was 11 to go to Malawi. Now, the school that we went to, the primary school, there's a primary and a secondary. The primary school has a pool. Secondary also has its own pool. Now, so we get to the primary school, and fortunately, or maybe it's unfortunate, but fortunately, we had passed swimming season.
Okay.
Right. So swimming season is always when the weather is warmest. Right. So come next term, we're now getting to that season. We're going to swim. I looked at the water, and I said, so we're going to enter this. But you see, I've always had a bit of an adventurous streak. Right? So I was excited to jump into the water. And my mates got into the water, and I realized that, the water, it be here, pet.
Okay.
So in my head, I said, it no be anything.
It's like that all the way through.
It no be anything. Look, when I jumped in, for the very first time in my life, I said, the thing has weight too. Because suddenly, it's like, it restricts you in a way. I was surprised.
It's stronger than you are.
I had never experienced that thing before. You know. Then it came to learning how to swim. There were some senior students who were the instructors. Okay. And guess why I learned how to swim so quickly? My instructor was a Form 5 gorgeous lady. I mean, from 1.
Oh my God.
Oh man, you can imagine.
Like, okay, I'm motivated to do this.
I'm motivated, man. I'm gonna learn this swimming.
I actually drowned the first time.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No, you mean you sunk?
No. Nearly drowned.
Okay.
So basically, what happened was I was also excited. I'm also an adventurous person. Yeah. I saw the pool, and they're like, my dad's like, you guys are gonna learn how to swim. So the first day, I just saw the pool. And very adventurous, and I like contact sports. I'm like, I can do this. I just and they put us in the little pool. Stay here. The instructor says, stay here. I'm like, no. One that very green, very blue one. I just went straight, jumped into it. Oh! So because I was a kid, all I just saw was like they just
lift your head and put you out of the water.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So, but you know, like that could have stopped someone else, but it actually made me learn more.
And that's what I feel like the earlier you learn to swim, the better. But again, I'm repeating this. I don't think it's ever too late to learn how to swim. And shout outs to Eno Safo, shout outs to Kweku, shout outs to Simon, shout outs to the big man himself, Samens. I saw Samens with the snorkels, you know, the glasses, going in the water, doing this thing. I was impressed. And hey, I'm taking it up. I don't really know how to swim.
You should learn.
I have like the basics down, but I'm looking to like do like, you know, an intermediary type brush up. So I'm interested in that. But hey, the competition is on the 15th and the 16th of July. And like we're saying, it's open to individuals who are in swimming clubs already. So that's what's going on. And they will be registering for the competition very soon. So yes, we'll be giving you the numbers to actually call in. Put in
so it's actually on the screen.
Yes, you have that on your screen there. To register, you can just send your WhatsApp to any of these numbers here. So we have what you call the age categories. So it's broken up into categories. We have 10 and under.
Okay.
So we have 10 and under. They have their own category. And then we have also 11 to 13. That's another category. So this is both for men and women, or boys and girls. So 10 and under, 11 to 13. And we have 14 plus. Okay. So 14 plus is where a lot of the action will also happen. So it should be interesting. We are, like I said, we're looking forward to having at least 300 swimmers. What will be happening is these people have been putting in a lot of efforts over the years to, get where they are. And we are happy to profile some of the swimmers. We'll be bringing some of them onto the Breakfast Daily as time goes on. They'll be telling us their story, how they learned how to swim, how they developed their interest, where they are looking to take swimming to. You know, we were at the Olympics the last time. Never mind that times were not outstanding, but somebody always has to break that glass ceiling, and that's what the guys have done. And so, like I said, it should be interesting. It should be a really good day. You know how we do it here at Citi. Everything is pretty much exquisitely done. So this is one of those the off-season National Swimming Championships. I'm excited about it.
I'm excited too. And like we said earlier, we're going to have relays, we're going to have medleys. Now, the 4 different strokes are critical to remember. Okay, so we have, my favorite is the breaststroke.
Me too.
And I think it is my favorite just because the technique was easy for me to learn.
I think that's always the first technique that you're always taught.
Okay, no, we were taught the crawl first, the freestyle.
It was the other way around for me.
Somehow, I just fell in love with the breaststroke, and it was easy to just, go and do it.
Maybe because we don't have to do much.
I know.
But I always watch swimmers in awe every time. Like when I see, almost like a fish in the water.
Butterfly.
It's the most difficult. It's actually the most difficult.
But I actually think that when I look at the swimmers, I think that maybe butterfly also brings the biggest rewards in terms of physicality.
That is what it does.
Because you use your chest, you use your legs, your tummy, everything.
You need arm strength for that. It's tough. And so I think by the time we are done with this, promo period to the competition period, I'm sure we would have educated our viewers a lot on swimming. And why it's necessary. For me, like I'm saying, go out there and schedule some swim lessons. I realize a lot of people are working out a lot more now. A lot of my friends are playing tennis now. I'm not sure where that came from all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, Ghana is becoming
a tennis place. A lot of people are playing tennis now.
Back in the day, we had champions, global champions in tennis in Ghana. So there's been a history to it, But I'm also wondering why the wide gaps in terms of us re-emerging, because we've done things. So again, think about boxing. Back in the day, we had DK Poison.
Then you have a Void for a while.
Void for a while. Then Azuma, then a Void. Then Ikote, then a Void. I think we need to create some kind of, a sustained release of
and it's good you're saying this, because I'm looking forward to us creating world beaters on the swimming stage from Ghana and hopefully Africa, because that's something a lot of black people haven't done so far. Swimming is basically a white dominated sport, and there have always been all kinds of myths about why people of color don't excel at swimming. So I'm looking forward to this being a place where maybe somebody emerges from. I mean, I'll be happy to say 5 years from now that if a Ghanaian emerges on the Olympic stage, I'll say he was at the National Swimming Championships of Citi TV and Citi FM. And so it's a big opportunity. It's a culture starter. It's a culture changer for us here. And we're excited about it generally. Look, 2-day event, like I'm saying, the 15th and the 16th. Swimming clubs from all over the country will be present there. Kids, boys and girls from between age 10 right up to 14 and above. So I think you should look out for this one. Like I said, we'll be profiling a lot of them. So you will have human faces to the individuals that will be doing the competitions. I'm excited about it.
No, it's good. It's good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited about it.
I think that for me, it's just imagining what the next 5 years is going to look like after we run this for a few years. You know, what the next 5 years will look like. Already there are 15 clubs. I think there are a lot more clubs are about to be set up. You know, around the country, a lot more clubs are about to be set up, and the clubs that exist are going to become a lot more powerful and a lot more influential. You know, through what we're doing now. So I'm excited.
And also, parents should actually allow their kids to swim.
Thank you.
Very important.
Insist on learning. Learning.
It's one of those things I'm sure you will not regret investing in.
Because apart from the sports side of things, survival tactics.
Survival techniques.
You never know where you need it.
Exactly, you never know where you need it. You never know where you need it, because right now the flooding.
No, for real though. Real talk. Really.
Like we need to swim out of the floods.
You must. If you have to, you need to be able to have it in hand.
Yeah, I know, right? I know. Anyway, Benjamin, thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's been a
pleasure.
Fantastic conversation. Thank you. So the 2-day National Swimming Championships is happening on the 15th and the 16th of July. So it's a little over a month away. Call that number you saw on your screen, 0205-973-973. Send your name, your age, your contact details to the WhatsApp line, 0558-973-973. And it's going to be a fantastic competition. You don't want to miss out on the opportunity. Well, let's enjoy some music from Urban Groove.